Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Got Mingo, it's complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Hauled down by Christian Izien. 2nd and 6 coming up here. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Stroud now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
All right, let's go.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ralph.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Catch made by Allen. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, Lion.
Now it's Bigsby. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage.
Same right.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Here we go. Done. Reload.
Going with Bigsby here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry-up here.
Open. Great job.
This is Bigsby. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Red. Silver.
Running left with Bigsby. And he's able to fight this down to the 2.
Let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Down. 13, Luke. Here we go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Go. Here we go.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Have gun. Have gun.
Going on 4th. Here's Lawrence. And it falls incomplete. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Throwing from near his own goal line. It's taken in by Mingo. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. A give now from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Hauled down by Christian Izien. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Stroud off the play fake. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Jaguars get the game's first points here in the second. Little tax on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
He has the first over the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 3 on that game. And it sets up a Houston first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stroud throwing here on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on 4th down. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Easy, 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 easy. Go, go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. Working quickly here.
11.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They give it to him again. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. At the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This is the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Texans looking at 2nd and 1. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes pushes them back. Third down coming up. To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Houston touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Go! Go! Here we go. Hey, Jupiter!
Lawrence now off the play action. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
30 left. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Hey, easy. Ralph. 11. Here we go, sir.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's caught for the first. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Go. Here we go, sir.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
On red. Easy. Read a 24.
Bigsby. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars lead by 15 now. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. We'll kick the running back in motion.
Drop to the right.
First down, Stroud. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Looking to throw. And he's caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow!
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Here comes the final play of our first half. They send a receiver in motion right. A final throw before the break. Looking for a target. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This taken from the 12. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Fred on the red. Smash!
On the give, it's Bigsby. Broke through the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
Hey, go! Go!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Near the goal line. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Bigsby punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars grow the lead now to 22 points. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. From his own end zone, here we go. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun, Stroud. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Oh, boy.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Now it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
And he's going to cross the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Well, all things going their way through the air at the moment, partner. They pick off a throw for 6, and then they complete a pass of their own to add on 2 more.
Can I be honest with you here, Kate?
Please, please.
And maybe I'm a bad person for saying this, but every once in a while, I root for chaos.
Woo, I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded a little chaos. I wouldn't have minded seeing that one go back through the air the other way and put 2 on the board, but it wasn't to be. That's excellent execution to get the touchdown on the pick 6 and put 2 more on the board.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. He breaks the tackle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Carry here for Bigsby. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Great job.
Again, it's Bigsby. And he stops, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Red.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
13, Luke.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Got a man. It's Bigsby. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returnable from the 1. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. And that one's going to hit the turf.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference and pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
South. Hey, uno. Why, Tony.
Desperation time here on 4th. Trying for the deep ball. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Silver.
Throwing now off play action. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 23. Short pass brought in. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
13, Luke. Luke. Hey, kill. 30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass caught, 9-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Easy.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back to the well again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. Where's that? Where's the hot? Hey, we no more. Hey!
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
on the quick, right?
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Texans set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Oh, no, disaster! It's intercepted! And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and covered just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
They'll run here on first down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, easy. Route.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Hey, Jupiter. Hey, Lion. Silver.
Lawrence now off the play action. He rolls to his right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Trying to set this up quick. Stroud off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And it's hard.